The Cherokee are a Native American tribe that lived in the southeastern woodlands. Cherokee tribes in Tennessee were located in East Tennessee. The Cherokee were known to be the first people of Tennessee. The Cherokee lived in small villages near rivers. Most Cherokee lived in log cabins or earth lodges. Every Cherokee belonged to a clan. A clan is a particular group of families that share a common ancestor. There were 7 Cherokee clans: Wolf, Paint, Deer, Bird, Wild Potato, Blue, and Longhair. People in a clan treated every member of the clan like brothers and sisters, even if they lived in a different village. Cherokee wore clothing made from deer skin. Men commonly decorated their bodies with tattoos or paint, and they were known to be farmers and hunters. They grew corn, squash, and many other crops. Deer was their most important form of meat, too. Men taught boys how to make bows, guns, darts, and weapons from flint. Boys helped build cabins and carve canoes from wood. Women taught girls how to make jewelry and cook. Girls practiced weaving baskets from strips of wood. Most Cherokees were forced to move to Oklahoma along the Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears was the Cherokee name for what the whites called Indian removal. Thousands of Indians died during this tragic event in history. One of the most best-known people in Cherokee history is Sequoyah. His mother was Cherokee and a member of the Paint clan. Sequoyah grew up in the village of Tuskegee, Tennessee, and did not speak any English. He became fascinated with the way English communicated with written words. Sequoyah called the English system of writing talking leaves. Sequoyah wanted the Cherokee to be able to communicate and preserve their traditions through writing like the white man. Sequoyah decided to create written words for the Cherokee language. At first, he used pictographs, but realized that there would be thousands of symbols in the Cherokee language. He decided to create symbols for each syllable the Cherokee spoke. Over 12 years, Sequoyah invented about 85 characters for various Cherokee symbols. People have to be aware of their surroundings, especially when they don't know who's around. Try avoid saying things like, "Hey, Chief," unless the person you are addressing is actually a chief or the tribe of nation and you were aware of that fact. Calling an American Indian chief can be offending and very out of context. Another term to avoid is Indian giver. Indian giver is a derogatory term for someone who gives something away and asks for it back. It was called the struggle for land when settlers came to the New World. Many tried to buy land with trinkets from various tribes of American Indians when at the time had no concept of land ownership. You should also avoid different clothing that may be offensive to American Indians. Feather headdresses are stylish today, and that could be disrespectful to some in the Indian culture. It's also offensive when people dress up as Indians, because costumes are something you wear to portray something you are not. They see it lessens the significance to the point where anyone can wear it. The Cherokee had strong belief that there were certain things who came down from the sky, formed the world, the moon, and the stars. It was believed that the world was created at the time of the new moon of autumn, when the fruit of the earth was ripe. Pause for meetings. To prepare a Cherokee Indian for burial, the body is first washed and scented with lavender oil. The Cherokees believe lavender to have strong spiritual properties, among which is the cleansing of impurities. The body is then wrapped in a white cotton sheet and placed into a coffin. An eagle feather is then placed on the body. Cherokees and most other Native American tribes believe the eagle is a sacred bird. The funeral begins with Cherokee prayers led by the shaman. During the service, the shaman prays on behalf of the deceased and offers spiritual lessons to the living. The funeral ends in prayer and the body is carried to its final resting place on the shoulders of the funeral procession. Cherokee tradition is that the funeral should take place either on the day of or the day after of the person's death. The Cherokee Nation today is an active leader in education, housing, vocational training, business, and economic development. They are the largest Indian tribe in the United States with well over 300,000 tribal citizens, and more than 100,000 Cherokees reside within a 7,000 square mile geographical area, which is not a reservation but rather a federally recognized sovereign nation covering most of northeast Oklahoma. Since the earliest contact with the European explorers in the 16th century, the Cherokee people have been constantly identified as one of the most socially and culturally advanced of the Native American tribes. That's why I feel that it is so important for us to learn about the history and culture of the Cherokee Indians.